Hello YouTube, this is Drew with another dash cam drive through a town in South Carolina, and today we have finally made it to the town of Pacolet. Now if you haven't watched my video on Central Pacolet, I'll tell you a little bit about Pacolet and Central Pacolet and Pacolet Mills. Now, that video was too short to be able to really dive into any type of history on the area. This one's going to be plenty long. Town is about 5 square miles, a little bit bigger than that. And it feels like we went through all 5 square miles of it in this video, as it's almost a 10-minute drive through. I do know that we're going to see a lot of housing, not really a lot of businesses. I do know there's an IGA, a Hardee's in town, because I saw it on a map. I was originally planning to stop in the IGA and didn't, but so there is some businesses, even though you're going to see a lot of homes today. Very, very interesting place this is. There used to be 3 towns here, all built on, I think there are 4 separate mills, if I remember correctly. And 3 towns formed from the mill towns that were here. Pacolet, Central Pacolet, and Pacolet Mills. And Pacolet Mills and Pacolet formed together, or consolidated, whatever, merged, and now there's 2, Pacolet and Central Pacolet. So anyway, the town has a website called townofpacolet.com, and they have this tagline, mission statement, whatever you want to call it. Pacolet is a place of promise, close to everything, far from ordinary. It is more than our community slogan. It is a new attitude. Pacolet's attitude is best described in our community covenant, where we promise to take care of each other and preserve nature's blessings entrusted to us. Pacolet is where over 3,000 call home, whether you live within the municipal boundary or in Union, Cherokee, or Spartanburg counties. We welcome you to experience our unique blend of history, culture, and progress. Click this link to learn more about our town's history. So let's click on it. While that's loading up, I'll kind of talk our way through. There used to be an amphitheater here, I do know. It's closed. You'll see it where there's like a fence-lined road, stone fence, I guess. I might have even already passed it. I was reading. I don't know. No, there it is. I'm pretty sure that's it right there. Used to be, yeah, that's it. Used to be an amphitheater. It's closed. And up here is a horse. A horse is in the river up here. I think it's the Pacolet River. And it might have been back there. I don't know. Wherever the river is. Anyway, there's a horse statue in the middle of the river. I'm going to try to figure out some more about that. I'm kicking myself for not slowing down and filming that. I'm assuming that is one of the old mill sites there. No, it's coming up right here, Once we see the horse, I'll go back to the history a little bit. Look to the left, you'll see it. You see it? Looks like Brook Green Gardens or something. Yep, I wish I would have panned the camera over there to get a better look. There's also another very nice building there. Possibly an old part of the mill, I don't know. Let's see, our history, okay. So it says Pacolet is located in Spartanburg County, South Carolina. Pacolet sits in the wedge between Union and Cherokee County. Pacolet is located 10 miles from Spartanburg, 40 miles from Greenville, and 90 miles from Columbia. Pacolet is full of history. It's home of Pacolet Manufacturing Company, one of the leading textile manufacturing companies in the early 1900s. Originally known as Truff Shoals, the area was purchased by Montgomery and Walker Fleming and Company in 1881 to develop a textile mill on the Pacolet River. Yep. Okay. In 1884, the mill built by John H. Montgomery became operational as the Pacolet Manufacturing Company. The mill owners built an entire town around their mill. Milliken and Company bought it. Eventually, Milliken and Company, the owner of this mill, the mill operated until 1983 when it closed permanently. Pacolet has all the necessary components to see investment in the community, including a vibrant river, beautiful mill town. It's designed by famous landscape architect Earl Draper and the footprints of an extensive former mill development. Pacolet Mills area of the town is still powered by hydroelectric dams. So I guess this is Pacolet Mills, or what used to be. There's a website called Pacolet Memories as well. Let's click on that. Let's go there. Oh, it's definitely an old school website. You used to see these things on like web TVs and stuff. Oh, wow. I am going to put a link in the description for this. Someone in Somerville wrote this. This is incredible stuff here. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. This has got everything you'd want. I'm going to read this part called Gone, just to kind of give a sense of what used to be around here. I got 3 minutes. Okay. It is hard to describe to a young person what the Pacolet Mills community was like in the 1940s and early to mid 1950s. It is all gone now. Never again will the people go to work day and night on 3 shifts in the old and new mill. The hum of the mill machinery that could be heard almost over all the mill village is gone, and there is an unusual silence to older ears. Gone is all the activity that took place in the hall. Gone forever are the skating rink, pool hall, company store, drug store, the movie theater, and the girls' club. Never again will the ballpark ring with the cheers for the Pacolet Trojans home team and the crash of the bat as Red Ellison hit one of his towering home runs. I saw a lot of schools in Spartanburg County that were nice. They could have a Pacolet school here. Anyway, that's not my business, I guess. There's no sound from the once very popular swimming pool. The swimming pool itself has disappeared and been replaced by trees and bushes. It is hard to imagine the pool as it was and all of the enjoyment it brought to an entire generation of Pacolet folks. Hotel Hill is now just a hill without its hotel. The remaining bare stone foundations give a scant clue to the hospitality and home-like atmosphere that once existed there. Hundreds of Pacolet Mills children spend a great part of their life in the Pacolet Mills Elementary School across the road and up the hill from the hotel. It is impossible to estimate the influence that the school had on countless Pacolet lives. It had serious teachers with what they believed was a very serious educational mission. Now the school and those teachers are all gone. In Gone with the Wind, Margaret Mitchell describes a way of life in Georgia that was swept away with the wind of the Civil War. While not accompanied by the violence of war, a way of life in Pacolet Mills was indeed swept away by the mills closing and the loss of most of the treasured buildings and activities. And that is by, or I assume it was by, Gerald Teester of Somerville. Wow. It is kind of sad. There's no kind of about it. It's sad to think about. This town probably used to look like did. I mean, I don't know what it looked like, but just going by that, it sounded like it was pretty cool. Definitely worth a trip visit if you are ever in the area. I did say I was going to find out about that horse. Hold on for a second. Okay, so this is interesting. The horse kind of has 3 meanings. The Pacolet Mills used a dashing steed as its logo. The sports teams were the Pacolet Trojans, and also Pacolet translates in Cherokee to where'd it go? Fast running horse or swift messenger. So that is the meaning of the horse. Very, very interesting. That was Pacolet, South Carolina.